Yeah, this.
None shall pass. Stop! You must pay a toll.
I like how somebody's got the Adam Sandler emote as in their collection.
Stand aside, troll. I'm a mighty pirate.
I like the random
You're
troll.
no pirate. While
La
the
la la
town
la
drunk
la
about
la
and
la la,
sulk you
ya
on
la
his
la
back.
ya.
And probably would.
I can out-insult anybody, you brainless clay doppelganger.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you. Take that and stick it in your repertoire. None shall pass. You can't pass until you pay the toll.
Let's see. How much
How
is
much
the
is
toll?
the toll?
Well, what have you got?
Some semi-rancid meat.
Some semi-rancid meat?
I want something that'll attract attention, but have no real importance.
I love that reference. Construction paper jockey shorts.
Construction paper jockey shorts?
Don't be silly. You have 3 chances to give me what I want. Then I eat ya. You can't pass until you pay the toll.
Let's see.
How much did you say the toll was?
I want something that'll attract attention, but have no real importance.
Yeah, thank you for the lurk.
None shall pass. None.
It's some sort of meat or meat-like substance.
You dare offend me with such a paltry amount.
Let's see.
None. That's pretty useless, but it's not what I want.
How about some horrible...
That's pretty useless, but it's not what I want. That's pretty useless, but it's not what I want.
Let's see.
I
Can
want
you...
something that will divert attention from things that are really important.
I love the
None
pun.
can't pass until you pay the toll.
Shouldn't you have eaten me by now?
I'm not hungry. You can't pass until you...
Look behind you! A mouse!
I'm not falling for that. Scuttle along, you scurvy sea slug. You can't...
Let's see.
Oh, please,
What if I
can't
beg him?
pass?
Oh, boy, do you sound like a wimp. I don't like wimps. You can't pass...
How much?
I want... You can't...
Oh, sorry. I'll take the long way around.
So yeah, what you're supposed to do is give him the red herring.
A red herring. Pass.
And then he looks like George Lucas here. That's what that's meant to be, is that's meant to be George Lucas. So let's see here. Put a save. I want to look something up real quick. Okay, it doesn't have a recovery state. Yeah, the only way you can make this game unwinnable is if you do this, where you go like 479 pieces of 8 in the grog machine.
Huh. Nothing.
And so you have 478. If you do that 470 times, there are 400 and... yeah, about 450 times. It actually makes it to where you can't afford to get any of the stuff you actually need.
I'm off searching
And makes the game
world right now for the
unwinnable,
finest
which is
in
the only way to
transportation.
soft block yourself in this game.
Have a look around. I'll be right back. Stay in. Spiffy. Cute, but small.
What does he say about each of these?
Dull, dull, dull. Now that's a nice looking vessel.
Yeah,
A fixer-upper.
and how do you pronounce your name? Is it Sir K-a-lot or Circalot, or how would you like that pronounced?
Looks like one of those well-engineered imports. I'm surprised this one is still afloat.
Let's see, what happens if you walk all the way over here? You come out over there. So you actually could walk all the way around that boat. I didn't actually know that. Because, yeah, we're trying to get to right here.
Captain Smirk's Big Body Pirate Gym. Prices. Sword training, 30 pieces of weight.
So you need
Cannon
30.
fire, 160 pieces of weight. Balls extra. Grappling hook, 130 pieces of weight. Hook extra. I think I'll knock.
I like
It'd
his
only be
pattern
polite.
of knocking.
What do you want, you wimpy little spineless maggot?
Let's see here.
Could you train me to be better than the Swordmaster?
Better than the Swordmaster?
I like how he's
You?
kind of sunburned.
You could never be half the sword fighter Carla is. Even with hours of hard work and sweat and blood. I remember fighting side by side with Carla at Port Royal. The local constabulary had us
Still think
cornered.
it looks great in this
It looked like
version.
we were done for, but then she said, but I digress. You just don't have what it takes.
I didn't know that it auto-saved. I do. You know, you should really quit smoking.
You know, you really should quit smoking.
What I really should do is make you eat this stogie. What do you want?
I do so have what it takes.
I think I was
You
just
do
like, I
not.
do so.
I do so.
You do not.
I do so.
I like your spirit. I'll do what I can. Of course, it'll cost you. What do you got?
Let's see here.
Well,
I got the
30
money.
pieces of 8.
Say no more, say no more. Let's see your sword.
I guess I forgot to buy one.
I suggest you get your sorry butt down to the store and buy one. I'm not in the habit of loaning swords to students.
He doesn't want to loan me one? Oh. Yeah, what happens if you go out this side? It also works, okay. You know, as a kid, I could not figure out, honestly, how to get back up to this map. Because, yeah, right here, I didn't know you could walk to cliffside, because it, like, takes you and it pans over like this. So this is what you first see. And I didn't realize you could go back that direction and actually go back up. So, yeah, I wish I'd known that. Yeah, I'm going to do the sword fighting thing first because it's fun. And I like how it gave me a first-time chatter thing for Twitch when they added bits. So, can you actually follow Twitch itself? That's funny. You can follow Twitch. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Anyway.
Hey, where'd you go? I hike halfway across the island to try and get you a reservation with the Swordmaster, who, by the way, says you can go jump in the lake.
No, she said you
And
could.
when I come back, whew, you're gone. See if I ever do you a favor again, ungrateful little shoplifter. What do you want?
I think I'd just like to browse.
You just have him say that. Okay.
Okay. Wake me up if you need anything.
So yeah, you pick up the sword. Pick up the sword, please. And then you need the shovel.
Digmaster, the only shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts.
Digmaster,
What do you think this is? a
the only
museum?
shovel for, let's see, what is the one?
Digmaster,
The only shovel for serious treasure hunting enthusiasts. Slash Master, when you want a sword as sharp as your wit. Yeah, I have very similar vocal cadence, I've realized, to
That doesn't seem to work.
Dominic
What do you want?
Armato.
About
this
this sword.
sword.
Yeah, what about it?
I want it.
I want it.
Great. Best 100 pieces of 8 you ever spent. What else do you want?
About this shovel.
About this shovel.
Yeah, what about it?
How much is it?
How much is it?
Oh, another would-be treasure hunter.
Yeah, I've got a similar
That'll
voice
cost you
cadence to
75
him.
pieces of 8.
I've realized that recently. I'll take it.
Great. Oh, it'll pay for itself, believe me. Yeah, you'll dig up 75 pieces of 8 in no time. But hey, save some treasure for the rest of us, would you? What else do you want?
I think you'd just like to browse.
I think I'd just like to browse.
Hey, this ain't no boutique. Don't take all day.
Yeah, to anybody who's come in, we do have a Discord, which is triggered there. It mostly right now has been for me to share various games, talk to my community, and post when I'm actually going live.
Ooh, that's refreshing.
Give breath mints to the prisoner.
Oh, Grago mint. How refreshing.
Like Grago
Thanks.
mint.
So, have you come to release me?
Who are you?
Who are you?
My name is Torrez. At least I think it is. I've been in here so long I can hardly remember. You gotta get me out of here before I lose my mind completely. Can't you see? I'm innocent.
Well, why are you in jail?
But why are you in jail if you're innocent?
I was framed. I didn't touch the stupid flowers.
What flowers?
The yellow Konish in dormy flowers in the forest. It's against the law to pick them.
Let's see. How's the food?
How's the food in there?
Oh, you know, the usual. Slop, grog, gruel, rats, bugs, and body lice if I can catch them. I have a carrot cake my Aunt Tilly made, even though she knows I detest carrot cake. Actually, the cook at the bar is an old friend of mine, and sometimes he sneaks me food, like pork trimmings, mostly feet and lips. But once in a while,
I feel like
brings
pork
this
lips would be really
odd
gross.
rump roast.
What was so odd about the rump roast?
Well, it's the only rump roast I ever seen with a prehensile tail.
Let's see here.
So who'd want to frame you?
I don't know who exactly. I think it was a conspiracy. And if there's one type of piracy I don't like, it's conspiracy.
Gotta love that joke. Cons piracy.
Can I get you anything?
Yes? You can get me out of here! Actually, something to get rid of these rats would be nice. I'll trade you this carrot cake my Aunt Tilly made. I hate carrot cake.
I actually kind of like it.
Sheriff Shinetop sure is a jerk, isn't he?
No kidding. Fester Shinetop is the meanest man on Melee Island. Luckily, the governor keeps him in check most of the time. We used to have a fair, decent man for a sheriff, but he recently died under mysterious circumstances. If you ask me, I think the new sheriff had something to do with it.
I think you've said enough, Otis.
Whoops.
Do you like how he shows up out of nowhere?
I hope you haven't been taking this filthy vagrant too seriously. He'd say anything to avoid paying his debt to society.
Let's see.
Yeah, he is filthy, and he smells bad too.
Hey, thanks a lot.
You've got a lot of nerve coming into this town and passing judgment on the locals. If there's something you don't like about the way we smell, you're welcome to leave anytime.
Sorry.
Look, I don't know what you're up to, but whatever it is, it's probably illegal.
I like how he just
So
instantly
forget
jumps
it.
to that. To the illegality
Wherever
of it.
you go on Melee, I'll be watching. And if you try any monkey business, you'll end up in here for good.
What sort of monkey business?
Man, is he a pill or what? You see what I have to put up with? You better go before you get us both in trouble.
I do like the Otis voice. I also like this, where if you go up to the dogs, you can use this with the stewed meat, and then
It's some sort of meat or meat-like substance.
use the meat-like substance with the poodles.
Important notice. These dogs
I love
are
this.
not dead. They are only sleeping. No animals were harmed during the production of this game.
Yeah, I like how it puts up this giant notice, like, they're not dead, they're only sleeping.
They're sleeping peacefully. I can't pick that up.
And if you look at some of this stuff,
I don't recognize the man, but that looks like the dog in the bar.
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
No time for reading now.
Forget, can you actually open the store up here?
This door appears to be locked. I don't see anything special about it.
Let's see, I think I'll do this later, because I want Retro Toaster to see that moment of the game, because it's silly. I'll go and do some of the sword fighting first. But yeah, I always have loved this game, and it's got fantastic design to everything. I never noticed that there's a whole nother layer of houses back there. And you can actually completely skip this guy. Like, I didn't know what he was for in the first time. Because you can just do it completely on blind luck. Which is what I did. But yeah, we're going to do some of the sword fighting. I actually haven't talked to the voodoo lady at all. I need to do that as well. Yeah, let's go and do this. Need to pick something up off the floor. Sorry. Let's do the door. To the door.
What do you want? Oh, it's you. Let's see your sword.
Okay, check it out.
Yeah, we show it to him.
Yes, this is a nice one. Let's get to it. Okay, you maggot. Why don't you whip that sword out and let's see what you can do with it?
I do appreciate that he does it left-handed.
Boy, you fight like a dairy farmer. I usually don't waste my time with vermin like yourself. But seeing as this LeChuck thing has put a cramp on business, I got no choice. I need the money. Yes, I can see this is gonna take some
I've always wanted to get
special
into
measures.
archery, actually.
Just want you to know, I don't do this with everyone. It's only because I feel that special student mentor pieces of 8 bonding
He's like, because
that
you
I'm
paid
going
me.
to these lengths. I'm gonna put you up against the machine.
Machine?
I like
Is
how
this
he's like,
gonna hurt?
the machine? And pulls out this
Yikes.
doofy-looking thing.
Come at me. Don't be afraid, you won't hurt me. Advance, thrust, recover, parry, repulse. Use your forte against the foible. Advance, thrust, recover, parry, repulse. Use your forte against the foible.
Hours later,
You're starting to get the hang of it.
I like how he's just been
more
flailing at
hours
it.
later,
Not bad. You've got good form. Now I'm gonna let you in on the true secret of sword fighting. Sword fighting is kind of like making love. It's not always what you do.
I
but
do like
what
how
you
his
say.
rug's got a
Any
wrinkle.
fool
That's a
pirate can
great
swing a sharp
detail.
piece of metal around and hope to cut something. But the pros, they know just when to cut their opponent with an insult, one that catches them off guard. You see, kid, your wit's gotta be twice as sharp as your sword. Let's try a couple of insults out, shall we? Okay. Imagine this.
All right, let's see
We're
here.
fighting up a storm. Just like Carla and I were doing at Port Royal.
Where is
There's
Port
a sudden
Royal?
break in the fighting, and I say to you, you fight like a dairy farmer. You respond with,
You must be thinking of somebody else. I am not a farmer.
You must be thinking of someone else. I am not a farmer.
I can see we've got a lot of work to do here. You should have responded with something like, how appropriate. You fight like a cow. You see, it's
How
razor
appropriate.
sharp
You
wit
fight like a cow.
that wins fights. Let's try another. Imagine this. You're trapped up against a wall. My sword just slashed
You're
two
saying
cuts
it's in
into your
Jamaica?
face. I say,
Oh, where
soon you'll
Port
be wearing
Royal
my
is.
sword like a shish kebab. You respond with,
Also, is your name Sir K-a-lot or Cirque-a-lot?
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
no, no, no. That was the response from the last insult. Doesn't even make sense when used here.
I love that.
Ah. A correct response to, soon you'll be wearing my sword like a shish kebab, would have been something like, first, you better
Cirque.
stop
Okay.
waving it around like a feather duster. See? Razor sharp.
The kind of funny
Now,
thing
I
is,
suggest you go out there and learn some insults.
I can't help but feel like I've been ripped off.
the funny thing
I'm
about
sure
that,
you're feeling something
I love
similar.
I'm sure you're feeling something similar about being ripped off. But yeah, you saying it's Cirque is kind of interesting to me because for years I, starting with the MMO Star Wars Galaxies, I actually created a character named Circe, which was the fact that I could not spell when I was like 17, because I was trying to spell Circe and did not know how to spell. So I used that, and I have constantly used it. And I decided that to set it apart, it actually was Circe instead of Circe like it should have been. And so it's kind of interesting that you've got something similar to that. Yeah, it would be like... Though the thing about it is, yeah, I've used that in a lot of games. You might see me use it if I'm doing a creative character. I've used it in basically, I mean, hell, my Final Fantasy 14 character's named that. But yeah, welcome back in, Retro Toaster. What was I doing? Why did I come back to town? Why did I come back to town? Oh, yeah. I want to talk to the voodoo lady.
Gee, I wonder what's in these baskets. I think I hear slithering inside. He's pretty creepy.
Did you know that in Jamaica you can get a chicken pot pie for about $6.99 just about anywhere, but in Antigua the exact same thing costs over $12 on average, while meanwhile in the Cayman Islands the price surges to over $16. You might be interested in the pie rates of the Caribbean. God damn it. God damn it.
Let's see. There's a jar of bat drippings, a box that says assorted scales, a shaker full of monkey flakes, and some cat knuckles. Cat knuckles? How barbaric.
You've got twitchy butt? I respond to your twitchy butt with twitchy butt. I gotta say, that's a beautifully bad joke.
A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. What possible use could that have?
So, speaking of the rubber chicken with the pulley in the middle, I have wanted to do a Guybrush Threepwood cosplay for years, but I've not really had a good reason to do it, and I was thinking that it would actually be pretty cool to recreate essentially the costume from Tales of Monkey Island, or maybe, yeah, probably Tales, just because Tales has the most distinct looking thing, and then carry around with me a rubber chicken that you have sawed in half and then actually put a pulley in the middle of the rubber chicken and then like glued it back together and make it to where the pulley could actually spin. Like, you know, get some ball bearings around a stick. As well as I've wanted to do, I've wanted to make the giant Q-tip and make it to where use like one of those collapsible staves or like sticks, but put like giant fake cotton on the ends, and then make it to where it collapses down to where it's about as long as your shin, to where I could actually drop it down my pants the same way he does in the game. Carry around things like, you know, the minutes, and just maybe even give the minutes away to people. And then, you know, have like a fake sword so I could actually like pretend to sword fight people and be like, how appropriate! You fight like a cow! Or, you know, like, I had my cat laminated, you know, just like all the stupid things he says.
Maybe no one will miss just this one thing.
So that's the thing, is that the Sea of Thieves thing, yeah, I could absolutely get some like haul or some generic lifesavers and like repackage them and, you know, buy a couple dozen of them and like put new labels and give them away to people. But yeah, so as far as the Sea of Thieves, I actually had almost zero interest in playing Sea of Thieves, and then they did that crossover and I was just like, I actually want to play Sea of Thieves now.
He's pretty creepy.
What may I help you with, son?
How much for this chicken?
Ah, I sense the guilt of stealing my chicken grows. Take it. It's yours.
Why don't you want it? Is it jinxed with an ancient voodoo curse?
No, the pulley squeaks.
Make sure this pulley squeaks.
So, my mind-reading skills tell me it is your future.
Yeah, I could get
you
some,
are
like,
interested in.
fake wax
Are you
lips.
certain this is something you really wish to know?
First mission of Pirates of the Caribbean Tall Tale was all Monkey Island, also prior to them announcing the collaboration. And that's where you took interest.
Yes, tell me everything that's going to happen to me.
But yeah, I'm actually tempted to play Sea of Thieves.
I am getting a
As far as Sea of Thieves, would you recommend playing it? Would you recommend playing it via the PC and, you know, use just reach in the desk of controllers? You know, you just use something like, well, that's a PlayStation 5 controller. It's my controller. I don't know. Yeah, use something like an Xbox controller to play it, or would you suggest actually playing it on something like a PlayStation 5? Because I know it's now, because those would be my two options, is either PC with, you know, this or the PlayStation 5. So you're saying, I mean, I might play the game itself, but yeah, you're saying, so you want to play, Retro Toaster's mentioning that they want to play Super Mario Kart. Are you talking about Super Mario Kart, or are you talking about, you know, one of the later sequels? And then you're saying that the history between the two and Disney, the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie script was designed around Monkey Island. Yes, it was actually in development as a Monkey Island script and was actually edited because they didn't end up getting, they just didn't go for the rights for it. And then I would say that there's a few things that Pirates of the Caribbean straight up rips off from Monkey Island. So at one point, they end up paddling across a swamp to talk to a voodoo lady. She gives them a bunch of useless crap. At one point, Jack Sparrow pops out of a coffin and paddles a coffin, which is exactly how you get to the voodoo lady in Monkey Island 2. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that feels surprisingly close to Secret and LeChuck's Revenge. And you're talking about the Super Nintendo version of Mario Kart. To be completely honest, I didn't like that version. I felt like it controlled weird. The power-ups were hard to see because they're part of the road. And I'm not really fond of it. I like most of the other ones, starting with the N64 one, but the Super Nintendo one's just to me.
vision. I see you taking a voyage, a long voyage. I see you captaining a ship.
Yeah.
I see.
What? See what?
I see a giant monkey.
Yikes.
I see you inside the giant monkey.
Gross.
Wait. It's all becoming clear. Your journey will have many
Yeah,
parts.
I greatly
You will
enjoy
see
Monkey Island.
things
I've
better
got
left unseen. You
I've
will
got
hear
all of them
things
in
better
physical
left
form that are available in
unheard.
physical
You will
form.
learn things better left unlearned.
What kind of things? I hate surprises.
No,
Like again, back in the
the
closet,
time
I've
is
got
not right to know.
I've got
When you
Secret.
know your purpose, come see me.
I don't have a copy of LeChuck's Revenge, but I'm not that fond of that one. I do have, I think I have 2 copies of Curse of Monkey Island. I have Escape from Monkey Island on PC. I have Tales of Monkey Island on disc. And then I have zero interest in ever having a copy of Return to Monkey Island. Because I thought Return to Monkey Island was a gigantic dumpster fire. But Retro Toaster, I want you to see one of the silliest scenes in the entire game. I actually specifically avoided this quest until I knew you were back. Yeah, I never had Secret on floppy disk. I actually got a copy of Secret of Monkey Island and Loom, not, this copy of Loom, because this is the PC Engine Loom. But as far as when my mom first bought a CD drive to put into our 486, which was a fancy 2x speed CD drive, she actually bought it, and it came with like I think it came with a sound card, but it was like a sound card and the CD drive, and in the box was Loom and Secret of Monkey Island, just like the CD in like a cardboard sleeve of each one. And then there was also one of the Encartas, probably like Encarta, like the very first Encarta. And then she bought me very soon after that EcoQuest, which I still have EcoQuest and would be glad to play EcoQuest. And then she also got me, over to my shelf right here. Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego? And then we also got Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Then later we got The Dig, which The Dig is amazing. But anyway, let me not distract too much. I want Retro Toaster to see this. So the goal of this is I was set to go to the governor's mansion to successfully steal an idol. So you do this.
This looks like a job for Fester Shinetop.
Watch this text bar down here. He takes the vase. Hypnotize. Quarrelsome rhinoceros.
No. Not
Push
the
red button. Look at Tremendous Yak.
It's a big, ugly, hairy yak wearing some wax lips.
Push dangerous looking
I can't
yak.
move it.
Pull dangerous looking yak.
I can't move it.
Pick up staple remover. Use staple remover on tremendous dangerous looking yak. Walk to books. Pick up Manual of Style.
I'll need this. I must be nuts.
Pick up Wax Lips.
Gophers!
Pick up Gopher Repellent. Use Gopher Repellent with a gopher. Use Gopher Repellent with another gopher. Use Gopher Repellent with Gopher Horde. Use Gopher Repellent with Funny Little Man. Look at Fabulous Idol.
It's beautiful.
Open. Lock.
I can't open it. Uh-oh.
Pick up Heavy Chair. Use Heavy Chair with Sheriff.
That should hold him for a while. If only I had a file, I could get the idol.
Let's see. Governor Marley was into freaky stuff in those back rooms, yeah. And then you go and you use the gopher repellent. Give gopher repellent to Otis.
Hey, this might work on the rats. Thanks. Here's the cake.
And I like this, how he hates carrot cake, but
It's heavy.
use carrot cake. So you eat the carrot cake,
It's a raspy metal file.
and there's a file inside the carrot cake to break himself out.
I better not wear it out before I get the idol.
So he actually refused to free himself because he thought carrot cake was disgusting.
I've got the file.
And so you go back in here. Just sleeping. Use manual style with paper shredder. Give confetti to heavily armed clown.
Whee!
Throw wax lips in fire. Use file on rhinoceros toenails. Use file on lock. Pick up fabulous idol.
Whew. That was a close one. At least I got the idol.
But I'm not done with you yet.
Uh-oh.
Thought you could get out of here with the idol of many hands, did you?
Look, I can explain.
So can I. You poisoned the governor's pet poodles.
They're just sleeping.
Yeah, they're just sleeping,
Broke into her house
Circle-lot.
The door was unlocked.
and stole one of her most valuable pieces of art.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Oh, really? Well, let's hear your explanation.
The pirate leaders told me to do it.
The pirate leaders told me to do it.
Ah!
What's going on here?
I love
I
that they got
caught
the
this
same
hoodlum making off with your idol, Governor. He says the pirate leaders told him
Elaine.
to do it.
Then he's not the first decent person they've led astray.
What?
You heard me, Fester. The real question is, how did he get in here while you were on guard? Oh, just go away, Fester. I can handle this.
I'll deal with you later.
Sorry about him. He's new. I'm Governor Marley. Governor Elaine Marley. So the pirate leaders made you do it, eh?
I love how you can respond with all this stuff, and it's just like, bit. But yeah, Retro Toaster, what did you think of the silliness that goes on behind the wall there?
Gee.
Relax, Mr. Threepwood. I know why you're here. Believe me, you're not the first who's tried. Although I have to admit, not many get as far as you have.
Jeepers.
Jeepers.
My lookout told me of your arrival. I've
Yeah,
wanted
when
to
I was
meet
like
you ever since I heard your fascinating
6 and played this game, I thought it was awesome.
name. Tell me, Guybrush, why do you want to be a pirate? You don't look like one. Your face is too sweet.
I say that we go. I say we summon the GameCube. The demented cursed GameCube. I say we respond with hurled.
I see. Well, you're obviously not in the mood for idle chit-chat, are you? I suppose you've got many more exciting things to do? I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. Threepwood.
The Game Station box.
Boo.
Murphy. Demoinkly.
I really wish I knew how to talk to women. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I bet this will come in handy. A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. What possible use could that have?
Let's see. I thought I had a staple remover. Ah, yes. A staple remover. Too bad it's not red, but I have a staple remover. And also a random GameCube memory card.
This door appears to be locked.
Can you go back in there?
I'm not going back in there.
Where do you think you're going, Fruit Wink?
Through wink like that.
I'm going to go put this idol in my safe deposit box.
Oh, really? I know a really safe locker you could put it in. Davy Jones' locker. Hand over your sword.
No.
Uh-oh.
I like how it's got
This
a
is
big
the end of
goofy
the road,
smile
my
on it.
little pantalooned pal. Your troublemaking days on Melee Island are over. My plans for the governor are far too important and much too near completion to risk letting a would-be pirate like you get in the way. So long, Mr. Spicecake or Droopface or whatever your name is. This might actually turn out to be a pretty good day.
And so I love this. It's like, you could look at rusty knife.
Rusty, but sharp.
Let's
I
take
can't
the
reach
rusty
that
knife.
from here.
Let's
I
take the
can't reach that
hacksaw.
from here. Looks sharp.
How about this meat cleaver?
Sharp and dangerous.
Let's pick up the
I
meat
can't
cleaver.
reach that from here.
How about some scissors?
Very sharp.
How about an
Heavy
axe?
and sharp.
Let's pick up an axe.
I can't reach that from here.
What
it's
about
sharp. I better be careful. I can't reach that from here. Actually, it's more like a fabulous doorstop.
So yeah, let's go ahead and just, talk for a bit. Maybe about 10 minutes. Yeah, where we can, read the manual to Loom, even though it's in Japanese. I could take a look at Loom, which it actually has the little Super CD-ROM. I've actually never looked at the Loom manual. Let's see, even though it's in Japanese, what we get out of it. And let's just overall stall for exactly 10 minutes. Let's see, you have text speed, sound priority, sound test, restarting the game, continuing, animation, which are strangely in English.
Hey, Nick. I just committed a felony.
Did it involve that big knife you've got there?
Yeah. What should I do with it?
Well, get rid of it.
I'll throw it in the water.
No, don't do that.
Why not? I need to ditch it.
It might wash up somewhere.
What do I care? My prints won't be on it. I'm throwing it in. I might need it. See ya.
See ya. And so, what you been up to, Retro Toaster? Are you working on playing through Mario Kart? And there is actually a reason that I am stalling for 10 minutes, which you will see.
There sure are a lot of spelling errors.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the broken bottle.
Litter bugs. Sharp, though.
So yeah, I'm stalling for a very specific time because Guybrush said that he can hold his breath for 10 minutes. Why don't we test that? Do we think that he can do it?
No.
Are we sure?
Así de fácil.
Drowning is fun. So yeah, as far as God damn it. God damn it, Retro Toaster. Good one. I think that's a very appropriate use for that. I'd forgotten about that. Of course, you still remember that, even though most people won't ever know that unless they have paid attention.
Heavy and sharp. Sharp and dangerous. Actually, it's more like a fabulous doorstop. I can't reach it. I'm tied to this stupid idol. A rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. What possible use could that have?
But yeah, as far as I actually have the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 soundtrack on vinyl, so I technically have that sound on vinyl. It would actually be kind of amusing someday to actually like play my vinyl on stream somehow, though I'm not sure how much of that would trigger copyright problems. But yeah, yeah, stupid copyright. Stupid copyright. How dare you require me to have copyright rules to play vinyl that I own that may or may not actually be in compliance with copyright. Yeah, what games would you actually like to see me play? Like, I know I've heard the suggestion of Mother 3, but I don't know. I have such bleh on Earthbound that I'm not sure I actually want to do it. Did you have anything like? Would you be interested in watching Parasite Eve as well as Life is Strange Double Exposure? Like, I can't remember. Were you into Life is Strange games? Because have you actually have you tried to play any of the Life is Strange games before? Because yeah, I could play the earlier ones in the series in preparation. That'd be an interesting thing to do. I probably should have started timing when I actually got thrown in the water. Is there a way to look at chat time on messages? Well, I know something we could pass the time with. and watch something that's almost as long as this death. Okay, we're getting close. So how loud is that nowadays? Like, I know we turned it down a lot. Is it still relatively loud for you? I mean, I could make it back louder, but it was always, like, ridiculous before. Yeah, I was told by many, many people that it was way too loud. Okay. And you'll notice Guybrush is a little purple now. So this is actually one of the longest Easter eggs I can think of in a game. Turning a little darker blue. I'm not sure exactly how much time he's actually got. I wish I knew so I could time it just right. He's getting darker. Yeah, I actually didn't know you could do this as a kid. There we are. So yeah, this is the only way to die in this game. You have the options of stare, bloat, float, rot, bob, or order hint book.
Gee, I don't know how much longer I can hold my breath.
So this is the correct answer. You just pick it up.
I guess I'll be needing a sword. This one will do. Well,
yeah.
That wasn't so hard. Now all I have to do is show this stupid idol to the pirate leaders and...
You're alive!
Governor!
Hey, you can talk. Who'd have known?
What are you doing here? Come to finish the job?
No, I came down here to save your life. Fester wasn't acting on my orders when he threw you in there.
You came down here to rescue me? I didn't even think you liked me.
Well, our first meeting was a little awkward. You seemed to have trouble forming complete sentences. But then again, so do most of my citizens.
But I'm not one of your citizens. I'm just a drifter. A nobody.
I love that.
A would-be pirate.
He's like all sad.
Who would have known
it.
or even cared if you'd let me drown?
I would have, Guybrush.
Oh, Governor.
Oh, Threepwood.
I love the cheesy music.
Oh, Elaine.
Oh, Guybrush.
Love Muffin.
Sugar Boots.
Honey Pumpkin.
Plunder Bunny.
Kiss me.
No, we mustn't.
What?
Not here, where everyone can see us.
Oh my God,
Why?
it's
Are you
beautiful.
ashamed of me?
No.
Love
It's not that
Muffin.
at all. It's
Plunder
just that
Bunny.
Many of these pirates have made advances towards me. And to avoid hurting their feelings, I've always told them that my father made me promise never to fall in love with a pirate. If they see us together, they'll know I was lying.
Okay then, let's go to your place.
Sugar boots.
Okay. But finish your trials first. I don't want you to be preoccupied.
But I feel this sudden urge to complete the trials. Quickly. Actually, it's more like a fabulous doorstop.
I forgot it keeps playing the music. But yeah, now that we have the fabulous idol, we can talk to these guys.
Well, if it isn't the boy who wants to be a pirate, how do you fare on your quests?
I'm the sneakiest footpad in these aisles.
Ah, the idol of many hands. You're a brave lad. And thank ye for stealing it for us.
I'll just be running along now.
Leave us to our grog.
Come back later and tell us how you're doing.
You actually give it to them? You actually gave it to them. I didn't know that. Yeah, I love this game and its silliness. So yeah, we're going to do some sword fighting. Which, as far as I know, I have every single one of them memorized. But you actually have to learn the sword fighting insults. Because you can't just fight people. You have to insult sword fight them. And you want to stand right about here.
Whatever you wantin', you scurvy lubber?
Nice night we're having, isn't it?
Nice night we're having, isn't it?
I sure hopes you had something more important to stop me for.
Thought I saw the cat.
Why do you guys talk so funny?
Pirate lingo. It's how everybody talked back then. Come on, Guybrush, play along.
My name is
Guybrush
Guybrush Threepwood.
Prepare to die. I love that he's left-handed.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
He must have taught you everything you know.
He must have taught you everything you know. I've heard you were a contemptible snake.
Oh, too bad nobody's ever heard of you at all.
He must have taught you everything you know?
I like how there's a correct response recording and a wrong response recording there.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Why? Would you like to borrow one?
I'm shaken. I'm shaken. I give up. You win.
Yeah, you have to lose.
Can be dangerous to
You have to lose a few times to get good at this, though.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Let's see here.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
I am rubber. You are glue.
And sometimes they give you a crap response.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
I am rubber. You are glue.
And this guy's not helping me.
What an idiot.
What an amateur insult.
So sometimes you want to intentionally lose to get more.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
I'm shaken. I'm shaken.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
I'm shaken. I'm shaken.
Yeah, I've got every single
Look
one of
behind you.
these
A three-headed
memorized from
monkey.
playing this so much. You go right here, he should be forced to come to me. Yep.
Move out of the way or I cuts my way through.
I like how he starts to notice the laziness of the background.
Ever notice how all these roads start to look the same?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, they do. It's probably just that we're tired.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood.
I love that you can point
Prepare
that
to
out.
Die. This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point? I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
Oh, hopefully you learn to stop picking your nose.
First, you'd better stop waving it like a feather duster.
My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
Oh, so you got that job as a janitor after all.
He must have taught you everything you know. Oh, I give up. You win.
Move out of the way, or I cuts my way through.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Let's see here.
My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
Oh, come on. Give me the answer.
I got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
I hope now you've learned to stop picking your nose.
Why would you say that?
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
I hope now you've learned to stop picking your nose.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
You run that fast?
Oh, yeah?
Where did my sword go?
Oh, I give up. You win.
Whatever you wantin', you scurvy lumber.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Let's see here.
My handkerchief will wipe up your blood.
So you got that job as janitor after all? There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
I like how he puts on the emphasis like you're supposed to, where some of these guys don't.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
You run that fast?
Yeah, as a kid, I didn't
Uncle,
understand. I was like,
Uncle.
you run that fast? What does you run that fast mean? I didn't understand the emphasis in the
This
text.
better be important.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Let's see here.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
I am rubber. You are glue.
I'm not sure if these guys actually have like different AI levels where some are better than others, or if it's just completely
There are
random.
no words for how disgusting you are.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them. Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
You run that fast? I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
There we are.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
There it is.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
I give up. You win.
Yeah, you can actually beat these guys. I'm just intentionally
Move out of the
losing
way,
occasionally
or I
to where I
cuts me
can get
way
the
through.
insults.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die.
Let's see, which ones don't I have?
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Why? Did you want to borrow one?
There we are.
I once found a dog that was smarter than you.
He must have taught you everything you know.
There's only like 1 or 2 left that I don't have.
You call yourself a pirate?
What's the matter? Just get out of sword fighting class?
I'm intentionally doing a bad job here.
Have you stopped wearing diapers yet?
Just a sec.
Why, did you want to borrow one?
Yeah.
What an
Let's see if
idiot.
he's got any for me.
I'm insulted you'd even try to use that insult on me.
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
I'd love to have a plush of the 3-headed monkey.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
Nice night we're having, isn't it?
I sure hopes you had something more important to stop me for.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood.
Prepare to die. Let's see. You got anything for me?
What an idiot.
Ah, is that the best you can come up with? This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
Oh, I know the answer to that one.
And I've got a little...
I'm trying to get him to give me, like, the last few.
What?
What? You fight.
First, you'd better... Yikes, nice move.
Come on, give me the last insult.
Aye, this better be important.
You don't really need it, but
My name is...
I'd like to have the last one.
You...
Let's see if he'll give it to me.
I'm not gonna take your insolence
That's one of them.
sitting down.
You run that fast?
Let's see if he'll give me the other one.
Nobody's ever drawn blood from me, and nobody ever will.
Give me the
I
next
am
one.
rubber, you are glue. Oh, I get...
Just trying to get him to give me the last insult.
My name...
I thought there was only one. I forgot about one. Let's see here.
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Oh, your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, eh?
There we are.
I've spoken with apes.
And
more
that's
polite
the other
than
one
you.
I was looking for.
He must have taught you everything you know?
I'm not gonna take your insolence sitting down.
Now let's see. Where's the answer to that one?
Your hemorrhoids are flaring up again, huh?
Let's see if I can use his own on him to get the last insult. Yeah, it won't let me.
There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Guess I'll have to go to another guy.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
Look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Move out of the way, or I...
We're almost done
My
with
name-
this part. Let's see here. Where's the one about apes?
I've spoken with apes more polite than you.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion.
Reunion.
You have the manners of a beggar.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I think that one's... I just wanted to make sure you'd be comfortable with me.
He must have taught you everything you know?
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
He must have taught you everything you know.
I love that there are those two different deliveries depending on how it's correct or not.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I gotta keep trying that one. I don't think I've got the answer to that one.
You call yourself a pirate?
What's the matter? Just get out of sword fighting class.
Oh, I lost there.
Yikes,
Okay.
nice move.
Alrighty. Come on.
What you be wanting, you scurvy lubber?
My name?
Let's see here.
You have the manners of a beggar.
I wanted to make sure you'd feel comfortable with me.
It's the kitty. I have the
you
ran.
stopped wearing diapers yet?
I have the ran. Let's see.
Why, did you want to borrow one?
I've got the ran. He is the ran. Oh, see the ran. Oh, see the ran. Oh, see the ran.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Oh, yeah?
I've got my kitty. He is so kitty. Let's see here.
What an
I
idiot.
think that's all of them, though.
What's the matter? Just get out of sword fighting class.
Orange kitty.
I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
I'm curious. When he rans facing this direction, are you actually able to hear him?
He must have taught you everything you know.
I give up. You win.
Yeah, because sometimes he meows, but he's not facing the microphone. I was wondering if you could occasionally hear his raz when he's not facing the correct direction. Let's see. You can definitely hear his purr if I make him if I make the game silent. Also, he's staring at the camera again.
Stopping a pirate can be dangerous to your health.
I've actually wondered, even though he's named Orange Cat and there's a significant amount of orange on him, I've actually wondered if there is what percentage of him is actually white colored.
Prepare to die.
Because like his legs are white, his back feet are white, parts of his tail are white. Almost the entire underside of the cat is white. So I've just wondered if he's actually more of a white cat than an orange cat by percentage.
I've heard you were a contemptible sneak.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
You're very
make me
stabby,
want
Mr.
to
Tabby.
puke.
Too bad no one's ever heard of you at all.
There's a lot more of these than I remember. Some of them are
People
more
fall
obscure.
at my feet when they see me coming.
Like that one.
I'm glad to hear you attended your family reunion. Look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I've got my kitty. He's very pretty. Pretty whiny.
Move
Huggable
out
cat.
of the way, or I cuts my way through.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare
What you
to
doing, Mr.
die.
Cat? Being snuggly?
People fall at my feet when they see me coming.
Even before they smell your breath?
That's a good one.
This is the end for you, you gutter-crawling cur.
And I've got a little tip for you. Get the point?
Kitty. Pet the kitty. Love the kitty.
Oh, you make me want to puke.
I'm shaking! I'm shaking!
Scratch the kitty. Kitty is cute. Kitty. Kitty. Kitty is cute.
What an idiot.
I'm insulted you'd even try to use that insult on me. There are no words for how disgusting you are.
Come on, kitty. Stop slipping. Let's see. There we go.
Yes, there are. You just never learned them.
He's got his little white shoulder
You're
here.
good enough to fight the sword master.
Yeah, a significant part of the color of this cat is white. That's why I've wondered if he's actually more white than orange or equal, or what percentage orange and white
Move
he
out of the
actually
way.
is.
My name is Guybrush
at
Threepwood.
least
Prepare to
60%
die.
Stabby, though. You stabby, stabby, tabby.
Oh, you make me want to puke.
I am rubber, you are glue.
I think I've got all of them. I just need that
Boy, are
answer.
you ugly.
What an amateur insult. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
Let's see here.
He must have taught you
Stabs
everything you know.
McTabs. I like that.
What an idiot.
He's definitely Stabs
I'm
McTabs.
insulted you'd even try to use that insult on me.
Stabby McStab Toes. Yeah, Stabby McStab
I
Toes.
got this scar on my face during a mighty struggle.
Yeah? What you doing over there, kitty?
I hope now you've learned to stop picking your nose.
Stabs McTabs.
Wow, you're good enough to fight the sword master.
It's funny, when I want him to ran on camera, he doesn't ran. When he's standing on the floor, he's like, ran.
My name is Guybrush Threepwood. Prepare to die. Oh, you make me want to puke.
Oh, yeah?
Kitty. Little Miss Whinge. So I've heard jokes that we should have named him Grape because you give him a squeeze and he lets out a little whine. Just a little squeeze. Oh, now he's not doing it. Yeah. You give him a squeeze, he lets out some whine.
You call yourself a pirate?
What's the matter? Just get out of sword fighting class. I once owned a dog that was smarter than you.
He's such a little stabby tabby. Are you a stabby tabby? Raise your foot if yes.